Good morning, everybody, and welcome to your Friday edition of the Monday Morning Message for that week of November 24th and 25th. Now, it's hard to believe that we are already at that Thanksgiving time and that we're ending the first trimester, so there's a couple things that we want to talk about just to kind of wrap up the try, make sure that we're all on the same page. Now, I marked all of your assignments missing on Tuesday last week just to make sure that students had one full week to kind of make changes to their grade, complete some assignments that they might need to, or just get an accurate look at what their grade currently is and kind of what they're earning as far as their overall grade for that course. And so you still have until Tuesday at 3 o'clock, so Tuesday, November 25th at 3 o'clock, you still have until that time to hand things in for full credit. And what I do then is Tuesday night, I just know I have to work late Tuesday night, and then I have Wednesday to kind of finish up my grading and things like that. And so anything that you have in before Tuesday at 3 o'clock, I'll be able to grade for you. Anything after 3 o'clock on Tuesday, sorry, that is not, one of the things that I can go through and grade at that point because it's past that time period. Now, a couple things that we want to wrap up as we kind of end this last trimester. Number one, I want to thank you for a great trimester. The student participation and the level of work has increased every year, and that's much appreciated, and that's a good testament to the work that the students are doing. Now, I do ask that you fill out a short survey. I'll have that. It's just a quick Google survey. It will be right on top of our Schoology page. And what that does is it just kind of gives me kind of a guide of how I want to shape the curriculum, things students like, things students don't like, what works in the online setting versus what doesn't work in the online setting. So it only takes a couple minutes. Really appreciate if you do that. Helps me quite a bit, just kind of, like I said, shape that curriculum. Now, if you finish some grading and you're not seeing it graded, if that's the case after this weekend, definitely let me know. Sometimes when you resubmit assignments, it doesn't alert me. In fact, it drives me insane because it gives me you have one resubmitted assignment, and I go through the assignments trying to find which one it is just so I can get that tag off of my screen, but it doesn't always work. So after this weekend, if you're seeing something that's not graded, especially after Tuesday, if you're seeing something that's not graded, I won't enter in those final grades until Wednesday. Let's get you credit for the work that you did, right? And so definitely let me know on that. And then one big reminder, I've sending out a lot of messages this week like, hey, this is not your original work. Now, what happens at the end of the trimester, I understand, like, it's the rush. It's the panic of I need to earn this certain grade. Well, that's something that we should have handled, earlier in the trimester, so it's not time to panic. And I always go back to the quote that I mentioned a couple Monday messages ago, panic on your part does not constitute panic on mine. And I had that college professor that said that one time to our class, and it just has always resonated with me, like, hey, get your stuff done. Just because I'm panicking doesn't mean that the person that's expecting that work should panic too. Okay, so keep that in mind. It's a lot of back and forth when that happens. I have to give hey, why is this happening? And we have to go back and forth. As we run out of time near the end of the try here, we want to avoid that. So the easiest way to avoid that is just do your own work. And that's what we should be doing anyway. So that's the expectation. Hopefully you get those 3 reminders and everything worked out great for you this trimester. Like I said, much appreciated if you enter that survey. Other than that, let's have a great week. Do not hesitate to reach out if you have any questions this week. We're going to finish strong, and then I look forward to working with a lot of you in the upcoming trimester in different courses. Thanks for everything. Have a great week.